On the agenda tonight, we're going back to 1968. We're going to be taking a look at Janis Joplin, and she's going to be performing Piece of My Heart live. Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another analysis video. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, I have been looking forward to this one ever since I saw it on the request list, and we are going to be looking at it tonight. So I have done the usual, isolated the vocals, run it through the pitch monitoring software, and I am going to be jumping into this as well, so if you want to watch it the whole way through without me interrupting it, there's a link in the description below as always. But let's strap ourselves in and see how Janis gets on.
The only man I ever wanted and I ever needed. Oh, honey, didn't I give you nearly everything I ever had to give? I tried to do it. Each time I tell myself that I think I've had enough work. I'm gonna show you, baby, that a woman can be tough. Won't you just come on, come on, come on, come on, and take it. Take another little piece of my heart now. You know you got it if it makes you feel good. Come on, man. Oh, hey, hey, everybody's bound to be looking good. But they're always trying, always trying, always trying. Every time deep, deep, deep inside. And each time I tell myself that I think I've had enough, babe. But I'm gonna show you, darling, that a woman can be tough. I want you to come on, come on, come on, come on, and take it. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Take another little bit of my heart, and darling, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, another little bit of my heart, baby, baby, baby. You know you got it if it makes you feel good. Feel good right now.
I'm just going to jump in here during the guitar solo, because the first thing to mention is this is the kind of thing that you will never see nowadays. I mean, not only the voice, the performance, but getting members of the crowd up on stage and just having them dancing there, because nowadays, as soon as anybody gets close to the stage, they'll be rugby tackled by security and taken to hospital, probably being hit with extreme force. So, I mean, this is great because just everyone's getting involved, enjoying the music. Janis is the one that instigates it as well. And having that showmanship side to her performances, but just her voice, something about her voice that's just unique, that rasp that wasn't put on. It's just the way that she sang. And that's often what happens with the great artists and the unique artists, is that they just use the voice that they have. They're not trying to sing like anybody else. And plenty of people have then tried to sing like Janis after the fact. When we're looking at the pitch monitoring software, you will start to see something that you don't necessarily take in when you're listening to it because you're just enjoying the performance. But Janis was so accurate pitch-wise, while at the same time sounding really freeform, and should have vocal lines in there that sound like they don't have any strict pitch to them. That conversational delivery, telling the story, which is another thing that she was so brilliant at doing. Look at this, the G sharp 4, pretty much bang on. The G4, bang on. And down here, the C4, bang on. And here, with the A3, we were slightly sharp and then we came down. So you'll start to notice that Janis, her pitch, especially here, when we're looking at the way that she's going up to the B4 and she's coming up and again, and here, just bang on the B4, a little bit flat, bang on. So because she had this rasp to her sound, it means that you don't take in, or at least it's not as clear where the notes are. But when we analyze it and you put that sound of her voice through pitch monitoring software, all it's doing is objectively plotting what it's hearing pitch-wise. So you can start to appreciate Janis's voice on a totally new level. Because of the rasp, we don't take in how accurate she is, but she is constantly nailing pitches while at the same time, it's a total art form to be able to do this, to sound so relaxed, so easy with it, and sound so loose. But at the same time, be as accurate as she is being all the way through. So yeah, it really is an audio illusion. But let's listen on. Again, great example there. Look at this B4 that we've got, bang on, and she's going, na, na. So she's kind of going from that B4 down to the A4, na. And she's, this, obviously, with the rasp as well, I think that the pitch monitoring software doesn't pick up the notes as clearly, but when it does, you can see how accurate they are. So yeah, just perfect intervals here of a tone, two semitones between that A4 and the B4. So, it's great to see it on screen. I'm just going to take down the backing a little bit so that Janis's voice just pops out a bit more.
You know you got it. Another little piece of my heart. Another little piece of my heart now, baby. You know you got it. If it makes you feel good.
And it's that kind of thing, having the you know you got it, and then da-da-na-na-na, and it's just kind of going off into almost like a talking voice, not worrying about pitch as she descends, but is hitting that really accurate note beforehand, which would have been B4, because yeah, it's very, very high for me to hit. But yeah, here we can see it, that kind of B4. But let's just listen to the end. And there we have it. Another thing that I love about the music from the 60s and the 70s is more often than not, you had an instrumental break of some sort, and either lead guitar break or a lead break on any instrument really, where they have that separate section that just takes you to that different place. Exactly the same thing in this performance. And just because I can't resist it, we're going to jump into the lead guitar. This is another thing about bands in the 60s and the 70s having the technical proficiency to hold down a solo section, and we've certainly got that here. And I think it said at the end it was Sam Andrew who's on guitar here. Yes, indeed. So let's have a listen to this, see what's going on. And we're in E here, so E minor pentatonic shape 1 if you want to take this up here. And with that kind of thing. Let's listen on. Yeah. All of that kind of stuff. And we're repeating this phrase, but it's quite fast. We kind of got that kind of thing. Which, again, we're talking about a level of technical proficiency here that is high. Alternate picking. Being able to kind of time that and do the bends, it just sounds really cool. It's just a classic 60s sound, which, I love it when the guitars are kind of a little bit clean and a little bit, distorted, but not too much distortion. It's kind of just got that bit of attitude in there. And that kind of... a little bit of... little kind of bluesy rundowns that we have as well, which are so cool. And I think we have... listen to the bass as well. There's so much in this. I didn't even mention about the dynamic change we have right at the beginning, but at the end of that we had the guitar kind of this kind of thing going on. There's something like that in there. But when I'm talking about the dynamic change into the first verse, have a listen to how open everything is, and then everything just comes down, dynamically. So we're really open in the intro, but then dynamically really pulling the reins for then Janis's vocal over the top. Have a listen.
Oh, honey, like you, the only man I ever wanted and I ever needed. Oh, honey, didn't I give you nearly everything I ever had to give? I tried to do it. Each time I tell myself that I think I've had enough work. I'm gonna show you, baby, that a woman can be tough. Won't you keep on, and take it? Take another little piece of my heart now. Come on. Another little piece of my heart.
We've got the horn section in the background as well, but that is just a lesson in dynamic appreciation across the whole band. We've got the intro. Everything is just, turned up to 11. Then we bring everything down to about a 3. We've just got the bass really, going on. In the verse, it's mostly, obviously, the voice that we're going to be listening to. But then, when we get into the pre-chorus, we start building up. And then we're into the chorus. So we get this, ebb and flow to the performance. All out, top of the mountain, down to the bottom of the mountain. And we slowly start ascending again to then the top of the mountain when we get to the chorus again. So we've got this journey of the song dynamically, which is what you have in so many great performances. Every single instrumentalist is on the same page dynamically. It doesn't matter whether you're playing all the right notes. You have to play them the right way, and you have to come together as a team in the band so that you let the focal point be the focal point, which is Janis's voice at the front of the stage. It's all about the voice, and she's got the kind of voice that when the instrumentation then starts to open up dynamically, she's still going to be there with all of that volume because she has that ability to belt these notes out and, yeah, hit you with a hell of a lot of emotion right between the eyes. So, yeah, I mean, this is just a great performance that even when analysing it, you just end up watching it all over again because you can start to listen to the different elements that are going on in the band, like the horn section, the bass. You can just listen to that throughout the whole performance. But then Janis's voice, listen out for that. When you're looking at the pitch as well, you can just appreciate it on a whole new level. In the verse, for example, you know, we don't have all-out guitar. And, yeah, if we are having this in the chorus, the guitar's not going... You know, it's not kind of playing loads of lead lines that is kind of trying to show off. This is the point that your section is in the solo, and that's what you do when you do what you do. But it's, again, doing it with relevance, not kind of going crazy when you then get into it. Yeah, and yeah, by that time we're then in E minor, and yeah, you know, even the kind of doing that, we're not kind of, yeah, we're not overplaying, we're not doing too many notes. So yeah, it's such a tasteful performance. So yeah, really impressive from so many different points of view and angles that we can look at here. But thank you guys for requesting this particular video for me to take a look at tonight. As always, keep the suggestions and requests coming in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!